The Los Angeles Lakers are trying to avoid their first three-game losing streak in more than 2 years. They'll do it in a finals rematch against the Orlando Magic. Ron Artest showing off his purple and gold hair. The letters spell out defense in Hebrew, Hindi, and Japanese. In the third, Lakers down 4 when tempers begin to flare. Kobe Bryant and Matt Barnes getting into it. Pau Gasol thinks he gets fouled by Dwight Howard, and on the other end, Gasol thought he would return the favor. Only 18 seconds left, LA down 3 when Kobe Bryant ties the game. Well, he thinks he ties the game, but after review, refs rule his foot was on the line, and it ends up being a long 2. But he would get one more shot, Kobe over Matt Barnes, but he can't get it to fall. Lakers break the spell, Magic win 96-94. The Montreal Canadiens went duck hunting in Anaheim. The Ducks started strong, up 2-0 in the first period. Anaheim's Scott Niedermayer backhands the pass from Corey Perry, but the Ducks' offense flew south for the winter. In the third, Montreal making the comeback with only 10 seconds left. Andrei Markov with the wrist shot. This one's tied after regulation. In the shootout, Tomasz Plekanec nets the wrister past the Ducks goalie, Jonas Hiller, to ice the game for the Canadiens. The Ducks have lost all 3 of their games since coming back from the Winter Olympic break. A setback behind the plate for the boys in blue. Dodgers catcher Russell Martin is expected to be out 4 to 6 weeks with a pulled right groin. Martin will likely miss the team's season opener next month against the Pirates. Martin says the injury was suffered during base running drills. Minor league catcher A.J. Ellis will fill in behind the plate while Martin recovers. That's a wrap on sports, and now to Andrea Solano for more news.
Thank you, Suzanne. Coming up next, history is made at the Academy Awards as Kathryn Bigelow is the first woman to win an Oscar for Best Director. The Matador Mall at CSUN brings popular items to a convenient location, but are students taking advantage of the items being sold? Chelsea Pelton Brown was at CSUN with the story.
The smell of incense fills the air as students slowly make their way to the vendors on campus. Many students take a look at the items and walk away due to the lack of money in their wallets. But students aren't the only ones feeling the effects of the economy. This year, only 22 vendors paid the fee to sell their products on campus compared to 27 last year. Amy Mason, owner of Everything is $2, says it's important to keep prices low for students.
Kids are paying tuition, they're trying to afford to get off to spring break right now, so price is a huge factor, especially in this economy. So I'm sure that $2 is just about the right price for a college kid these days.
Vendors are displaying their bargains to attract students to their booths. Here at the Matador Mall, formerly known as a CSUN Vendor Fair, vendors must pay $400 for the week or $125 a day to set up shop on the Cleary Walk. Although some vendors are saying it's not worth the high price due to the decreasing number of students buying their products. Stuart Sidwell, owner of Accent Designs, says timing is everything when selling to students.
Certainly on the first couple weeks of school, preferably the first week, because as you know, that's high traffic. The kids have plenty of book money. They're interested in shopping. They're not involved in the actual academics of the school.
Those who can afford the vendors' prices can enjoy a wide variety of jewelry, shoes, belts, glasses, and clothing. CSUN student Dave Garcia says the prices are reasonable.
No, the prices are really manageable, actually, especially with a lot of students having a lot of pocket change and stuff like that.
Program coordinator for training and development at the USU says the money from the fairs benefits students for events such as Matador Nights. The next fair will be when students return from spring break. In Northridge, I'm Chelsea Pelton Brown, Valley View News.
Now here's Shiva Ghasemzadeh with the big winners at the 82nd Academy Awards.
Here's the scoop. The Hurt Locker won 6 awards, including the big winner, Best Picture. Avatar won mostly for technical categories like Best Cinematography, Visual Effects, and Art Direction. The winners in the acting categories included Best Actress Sandra Bullock in The Blind Side and Jeff Bridges for Best Actor in Crazy Heart. Other Oscar winners included the films Up, Star Trek, and Precious. CSUN students give their opinions about the Oscar winners.
I think Hurt Locker, for its time that we're living in right now as far as the war, I think it was an appropriate movie to win. Personally, I have a brother in Afghanistan who will be back in June, so I felt a connection with it, and that's why I figured, it was a good, strong movie for its time.
I think that there's a lot of controversy surrounding the Hurt Locker, and now it's not true to the actual war itself. So I don't know, I feel like it just wasn't that cool.
Monique winning it, and I like that, not just because she's a sister, proud, yeah. But at the same time is that when you look at Monique, she came from somebody who did strictly comedy, stand-up, just, you know, people just looked at her probably as comedy, but by her doing that serious role, I mean, it just speaks about the testament.
I love all of her movies. Who doesn't like Sandra Bullock? You know, she's beautiful, she's talented, she's funny. You know, I love Sandra Bullock, you know, so I thought it was like deserved of her. I thought she deserved it.
Avatar. Avatar is my favorite movie, but I have not seen, I still want to see Princess and the Frog. I know it's just whatever, but it's Princess and the Frog. I'm a man. I love Disney. But still, Avatar, to me, hands down.
Monique won her first Oscar for Best Supporting Actress for her role as an abusive mother in Precious, beating out Maggie Gyllenhaal, Penelope Cruz, and 2 other actresses from Up in the Air. Monique was the favorite in her category.
First, I would like to thank the Academy for showing that it can be about the performance and not the politics.
Monique became the 5th African-American woman to win an acting Oscar. 70 years ago, Hattie McDaniel won the first for her powerful performance in Gone with the Wind. Monique said she was grateful for McDaniel for all that McDaniel had endured so that she would not have to. Director Kathryn Bigelow made history at the Oscars. She was the first woman to win as Best Director for her film, The Hurt Locker.
Well, the time has come. Kathryn Bigelow!
There's no other way to describe it. It's the moment of a lifetime.
She beat out James Cameron and his mega blockbuster Avatar. Bigelow also won Best Picture. Again, she beat out Cameron for the honor. By the way, the 2 nominated directors used to be husband and wife. That may have been the first at the Oscars too. Police report 19 people were arrested for trespassing during the Academy Awards in Hollywood. The first incident occurred when a man wearing a backpack jumped over a fence and made a dash toward the main entrance of the red carpet. 9 men from Germany were arrested wearing fake MTV credentials and taking pictures. The private security company hired to monitor the event also found 6 more people who had been in the theater while it was being cleaned after the award ceremony. Celebs got rid of their winter blues by wearing blue to the Oscars. There were also a lot of metallics and ruffles. Kristen Stewart, Gabourey Sidibe, Monique, and Maggie Gyllenhaal all took top fashion honors by wearing the regal color. America's Sweetheart and Best Actress Sandra Bullock went for a different look, channeling old Hollywood. Other sparkling starlets included Cameron Diaz, Kate Winslet, and Helen Mirren. Large cascading ruffles added a little drama to the Oscar red carpet. J.Lo's pink Armani Privé gown was a fit for a diva, but Vera Farmiga's ruffled flamenco-style dress was a fashion miss. Rapper Lil Wayne is in jail after his 1-year sentence was postponed twice in New York City. First, he had to undergo emergency dental surgery of 8 root canals. Then, the day of his rescheduled sentencing, a fire broke out at the courthouse. He pled guilty to gun possession stemming from an incident that took place back in 2007. Police found a loaded handgun on board his tour bus after a concert. Tim Burton's Alice in Wonderland has taken Avatar's throne at the box office. The film had the highest grossing opening weekend for a spring release, earning an estimate $116 million overall. That compares to Brooklyn's Finest, which opened on the same weekend. It only made about $13 million. That's all for entertainment. Now we'll go to Andrea Solano.
For Shiva Ghasemzadeh and Suzanne Tatoy, I'm Andrea Solano.
And I'm Christine Hudd. Thanks for watching Valley View News.